Hello traders and welcome to Forex Friday, 11th of May 2018, and it's still not on here, founder of Master Markets, Elite Traders Conference and the Traders Open Day. So today here we are on the end of the week. So we are looking at dollar Swiss over here, and what do we have at the moment? So we are currently in this trade. We are in the swing profit strategy trade. Okay, that's what we are looking at over here. And we did take two positions on this. One, we took it on cable, and the other one currently what you're seeing over here is the Swiss trade. Okay. Now, in terms of this, what we currently have is a small profit here going at about 250 pounds over here. But however, in terms of the cable trade, we did get stopped out at our stop loss. Okay, but that's the nature of trading. But you must do know what you are doing right and why your strategy is going to edge in the long run. Okay, so that's what you got to know for definite. Now, in today's Forex Friday, what I'm going to be taking a look at, I'm just going to be taking a look at first the topic that I want to just go through with you guys, and then we'll go through our performance for the week. Okay, so in terms of that, so what do we have? So today I just want to go through the whole topic of outsider bars. Okay, now where are the three places or the three ways that you would enter into an outsider bar is the thing that I want to be looking at. Now, before we go and look into three ways, three ways in how we would enter outside a bar. Now, firstly, we got to ask ourselves, how do we first decide the direction in which to take once I get an outside a bar? So let's take this for example, right? So let me just cover this up right now. Okay, now let me see. Okay, great. So now you can take a look at this outsider bar here, if I'm not wrong. Then at this particular outsider bar, which direction would you then take it? Now let's see. The first thing you need to look at is your swing, okay? Your swing confirmation, all right? Over here we got a swing high confirm according to our MTM Smart Money Indicator algos. So what we have here already a swing high confirmed, okay? Now, once we have a swing high confirmed, we will only look for the next thing confirming is a swing low. Okay, so it always inverses, right? From a high to a low to a low to a high, right? So that's what we are looking at. Now, the next thing then, what we then do, since we're looking for swing low, of course, naturally we'll be looking to buy into the position. So that's the first thing that I will look for once I get an outsider bar like this. I'll just take a look at what was the previous swing high, and now the direction I know it's to go long, it's on the upside. Now the next thing then I would then look at, so the first thing is the swing, okay? In this case we will be looking to buy it. The next thing I would look at is where does the outsider bar occur? Where does it occur? Now, for this, you need to be looking at three things, all right? So the first thing you need to be looking at is price distance, okay? How far has price traveled from the swing high, okay? Because as you can naturally understand, the further it travels from the swing high, the higher the probability of it to turn around, because think about it, there's overextension happens, right? And how far can price keep going down? You cannot go to zero today, can it? I mean, in terms of currency wise. Now, and another thing also, do remember what I've also mentioned in our previous blog video as well, like price movement being linear, it never just goes in a straight line, does it? It's got to turn at some point because of the natural psychological behavior of humans. All right, so price distance, that will signal to you whether it's overextended or not. So you got to put your parameters around that. The next thing what you got to look at is what we call time. Okay, time and price distance are usually inextricably linked, but because we combine these two factors, so that we got a confluence of factors. So what I'm saying, let's say for example price distance, we put a rule saying that okay, it's got to after 500 pips of traveling, or we make this relative to the ATR, or saying that after 4 ATR of travel and in a time of 4 days at least, right? So this could be some of the rules that you could put: price, distance, and time. Or if it's traveled less than 4 OTR, but then it's gone more than 4 days, maybe something that you can then look into it reverting as well. The final thing that what I would say is, so you've taken a look at where must the OB occur. So one, price distance; two, time. The third one, what I would say, traders, is the way in which it reaches a distance. So that what we call trending bars. Now let me explain this, right? So let me explain this over here. So for example, take a look here. So what we got is, look at this first bar, the second bar, then the third bar, right? So what we have is a very clean downward move where we got trending bars happening. Compare between the bars where it's got lower highs and lower lows, right? As opposed to here, look, it starts to stall, is it not? So it starts to consolidate inside a bar. So these are all trending bars. So therefore, that's why you got to take a look in terms of price distance, time, and trending bars. This will give you a very, very good clue on the higher probability based setups on when it's going to turn towards in line with its direction. Okay, so that's what you got to be taking a look at. All right, now, so that's to do with direction. So we just went through all the direction of where to take the outsider bar, right? Of the outsider bar. Now, so once we got an outsider bar, what direction do we take it? Firstly, that means we look at a swing, all right? Then the second thing that I did say is where it occurs, okay? Now, before you even look to consider to enter, so where? Then we then start to take a look at price distance, time, and the trending bars, okay? So far, so good. Now, we move on to the second part, right? Which is then what I said is, once we got all of that, then how do we enter? What are the three ways we can enter into an outsider bar? Okay, so what would that be? So the three ways which we can enter into the outsider bar is going to be this. So now let's put this in perspective. So let me just put it in perspective over here so it makes a bit more sense before I go into three ways. So we've gone through all of this about the swing. So the swing confirmed over here, so it's a high. So I'll be taking a look to go long. The next thing is I'll look for price distance. Let's say we're taking a look at 480R, right? So from the high all the way to here where the outside the bar formed, that's about 920 pips. And if I were to take a look at the ATR here, that's 101, so that's about 9.2 ATR. So if let's say if I had a rule saying that at least got to travel 4 ATR, this definitely had done more than 4 ATR, is it not? Okay, so it's done more than 4 ATR. Okay, so next, so that's the price distance. Time, 4 days at least, definitely more than 4 days. Is a daily bar chart. It's definitely more than 4 bars. Then the third thing that we're looking at is the trending bars. So let's say if I put a rule saying that at least got to have 5 trending bars, right? So you can see that over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, definitely more than 5 trending bars, is it not? So that's what we got over here, traders. So we got all of this fulfilled, let's say, according to the simple rules that I just gave you as example. Then now we are in the place of how do we want to enter it? What are the 3 ways to enter this outsider bar? The first thing you got to look at, is the close of the outsider bar, right? The close of the outsider bar here. So has it closed below its mid-range? Okay, in this case, yes, it has. Okay. Now, then the 3 ways to enter it. First, what we can take a look at is to enter on the high of the outsider bar. Second way we can look into entering the outsider bar is the close. The third way that we can look to enter the outsider bar is the mid-range of the outsider bar. Okay, so let's take a look at this. For example, one of our clients designed this indicator for us that you can see over here flagging up. You can see that the mid-range is 0.39, so it's close below its mid-range over here. Range is 158, divide that by 2, that's about 79. So 80 pips from the low. So 80 pips from the low is going to be somewhere here. Look, so it's going to be somewhere here where it opened actually. 135.38. That's what we'll be looking at. All right. Now, one more thing I did forget to mention is that for the entry part, we got to wait for the swing to confirm. The next thing is look for all these three criteria. The last part, before you start to enter, you should be looking at where the outsider bar closed in relation to its mid-range as well. Okay, as of yesterday, it did close below its mid-range, um, but it still shouldn't really hinder you if the other parts take over. So this is where you got to use if and when rules. If you were to subscribe a parameter based rule onto entering, saying that if, let's say, four out of these five rules then conform, then we can take the trade, or else do not take the trade. So there's going to be a lot of thought that's got to be put in before you start taking all these kind of trades, and this is what we do here professionally at Master the Markets. We trade the markets live with our research-backed systems and strategies. The research is very, very critical, traders, and what questions you ask, what stats you collate is very, very important. All right. Okay, good. So that's enough said. That's enough said. So let's basically just move on into our performance for this week. Okay, performance into this week. Now, what's our performance been? So let's take a look. It's been pretty quiet. The live trading room strategies, we haven't taken any trades at all for this week. We did put one trade on dollar Swiss, but we cancelled it on live trading room. On the elite room, on the other hand, we took two trades, as I've already mentioned, cable and dollar Swiss we took, and cable took a 1% hit, as I showed you on the accounts, and then dollar Swiss currently is running at the moment, traders. Currently, it's running. That's what we do have in terms of dollar Swiss. You can see over here just slightly up, about 312 pounds minus commissions, just about a little bit under 300 pounds. Okay, so that's what we are having. Basic rules. How did we particularly take this trade? Very simple overview. Looking at just all the things that I just told you just now, like price distance, time, and basically also the trending bars as well. So we look at all of that before we start to identify a turning point. What we are looking to project here from this point where we took the entry, where the green bar is, where the green horizontal line is, what we were looking to do at that particular point is to enter the trade into a short, because there's already a swing low confirmed already. Looking to capture a swing high turning point is what I'm looking to do, and looking for this to fall further until my Algo's indicator kicks in and confirms this swing as a swing high. So watch out for that. We'll probably be updating you throughout the week on how this actually plans out to be, and does it confirm its swing high or not. Okay. Alright, so I guess that's pretty much that. Now in terms of reconciliation of the trades, pretty much simple. This is the only trade that we are on at the moment. Didn't really get other signals. Of course, as a trader, I've told you already this before opt-in times. You got to be patient. You got to know exactly what your setup is, and you got to get in at the right time, because we are here not just to enter just on impulse. We are here for our objective is to make money on a cumulative basis. This is what we are here for. All right. So in terms of that, minus 1% so far on cable. Dollar Swiss currently in profit. Overall for the year, how are we doing so far? This is month by month records over here, as you can see. You can see that these are the different strategies, what we are doing as well. Overall, total up 12%. Smart money, pretty quiet this year, minus 2%. 9.61, a big whooping profit from swing profits. Prime profits is a very small loss, minus 0.51. And then finally, gold bars is 4.96. Okay, 12% total is what we are doing so far for this year. Okay, I guess that's pretty much that in terms of our wrap up for today. In terms of pips, how much have we done? We just got a minus 64 pips. Minus 64 pips in terms of a cable trade. That's about minus 640. Minus 640 at 10 pounds a pip. So that'll be minus 640 pounds. And in terms of percentage profit, then we got basically a 1% profit is what we got over here. Okay, 1%, 1% loss in terms of percentage. So minus 1% loss, minus 640 pounds in terms of monetary loss. Dollar Swiss, on the other hand, is catching up with that. We'll update you as we go along into next week how we do with that particular trade. But overall, we are up 12% for the year on these 4 strategies. Alright, that's all from me for now. And as we always say, till the next time, stay disciplined, follow your trading plan, and keep trading like a master.